Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And I know a few weeks ago we did the 1-year reaction video to earlier videos, but in this video I wanted to go over 10 lessons that I learned on my first year of YouTube, from going from 0 subscribers to 25,000 subscribers all in 1 year. And it's been quite a ride, and I've learned a ton of stuff along the way, and I wanted to share that with you if you've been wanting to start a channel or whatever, because it's hard work. There's a lot that goes into it, and maybe this could be helpful. Number 1 is listen to your audience, but in the end, do what makes you happy. As a content creator who puts my content on YouTube for the masses to be seen, I get a lot of feedback and I get a lot of comments and criticism and advice. It's hard to filter through all those comments and really figure out what way that I want to take the channel. But in the end, I'm still gonna do what makes me happy, create the content that I want to create. If someday I no longer want to create keyboard related content, well, I'm probably going to stop doing that because I don't want to burn out. I don't want to do something that I don't enjoy doing. Sure, this pays the bills, but it's also my life, it's also my channel, and I get to make the decision on what I want to do. As long as it's not too crazy and still in the tech space or the tech niche, I can venture out and go do that. So make videos that'll make you happy in the end. I don't want to jump into the future 3 years from now and realize that, you know, it's miserable, and I don't like that. So be honest with yourself, figure out what you want to do. Don't just listen to everything your audience says. Don't listen to all that feedback because it does get overwhelming. You can only improve so much at a time, and just be honest. If you don't like a product, say so. If you love a product, say so. It is what it is. All right, lesson number 2. Don't feel pressurized to buy the most expensive gear, but if you are gonna buy gear, buy some audio gear, because audio is really important. We've been using the same budget DSLR for this entire past year of 2020, but we did upgrade our audio with a microphone and a recorder, and that has made a huge difference. One of the biggest differences actually hasn't been in the camera or the gear, but actually how we use the gear. I look up a lot of tutorials on how to do lighting, how to edit, color grade, mix audio, do all this other stuff, handheld B-roll, and that stuff has taken this channel way farther than probably upgrading the camera would, because even if I upgraded the camera, I would have no idea how to use it correctly. We did buy a new lens this year and I'm still figuring that out, so small upgrades go a long way. If you are going to upgrade, get audio, get lighting. That's a bigger deal than the camera. Just use your cell phone because it's gonna work. So yeah, before you spend a ton of money on gear and get yourself into debt, make sure you have proof of concept. Make videos and figure out what's working, what's not working. Do you even enjoy making videos? And figure all that out before you spend a ton of money, because the upgrades will happen over time. But maybe you hate making videos, or you hate editing videos, or all this just isn't fun and you actually would rather do streaming instead. Proof of concept first, then upgrade. All right, lesson number 3 that I learned is explore and experiment. There was a whole month where I was pretty much doing the same thing over and over and over, and the same video style and type over and over, and it just felt like a huge slog and a grind, and it was like I was lifting my foot up in really deep mud day after day. And that's because I was doing the exact same thing. The same product review, the same style of video, the same B-roll shots, the same let me just sit down and talk to you. And that got really boring to me really quickly. Now it's so much more fun and engaging for me because I'm looking at tutorials, I'm learning how to shoot B-roll better, light my videos better, color grade better, trying all these new things. Yes, there's gonna be a line where experimentation just like jumps forward too much, and you know, you're gonna have to reel it back in. And maybe your audience hates that you're experimenting, but it's fun for you. It allows you to get better. There's more creativity involved, and you're learning all these new techniques on how to film better and how to edit better. You know, maybe sometimes there's too many cuts. Next time, you know, cut a little less. But you know what? You learned how to cut, and that's a pretty big deal. It also prevents burnout, and it makes things so much more enjoyable and so much more fun. So go out there, experiment, experiment, look up weird tutorials like how to make dust particles and sparkles and play buttons and all that fun stuff, and try it out. If you're doing the same thing over and over and over, there's no improvement and there's no sense of satisfaction. Number 4 is related to business and profits and finances, because finances actually is a really big deal when you're doing a small business. I recommend reading this book. It's called Profit First by Mike Michalowicz. And this book changed the way we ran our business. We were spending way too much money investing in products and who knows what else. But we just thought that as a business, you should just pile back all of the profits that you make and keep reinvesting and grow and grow and grow. But you know what? At the end of the day, your bills need to get paid. You need to get paid because you worked hard at creating the content. Your business needs to grow. Your taxes need to get paid at the end of the year. And this book really helps you with a method with what to do when all that money and revenue hits your bank. You'll divide it up into small little plates of money for taxes, money for you, money for expenses, money for the business to grow. It's all up in here. It's super helpful. We read the audiobook. We also got the physical book. It's a really enjoyable read. And if you're starting a small business, whether it's YouTube, website, anything, get this book. I'll link it down below. It's super important and it's life-changing. We were actually in a big rut and then we picked up that book and it just changed the way that we saw things. There was no more financial stress or stress to grow bigger. Like, why the rush? Lesson number 5 is don't say yes to everything. Yeah, I know this might be a product review related specific thing, but yeah, getting free products is super duper cool. It's a rush of dopamine, waking up, seeing that email, and there it is. Someone's offering you something for free to review straight to your doorstep. But keep in mind, you have a limited number of videos, you have a limited number of creative hours in the day, creative energy is limited. Personally, for me, I want the product that's gonna give me the highest ROI, which means return of investment, which means is it gonna pay me back later on if I put a lot of effort in this video right now, or is it a product that I'll even enjoy testing and using and reviewing? So those are my 2 criteria. If it doesn't meet any of those 2, then I'm not gonna say yes. And it happens a lot more nowadays that my video schedule is getting really full and I want to get to the fun videos, more creative videos, you know, stuff that doesn't involve just reviewing a product, or it might involve reviewing a product that'll really upgrade the setup, and I'll usually say yes to that as well. In the beginning, you're limited in financial resources, so it may be beneficial to say yes more often than not. However, as the channel gets bigger and bigger and bigger, there'll be more and more offers and you're just gonna have to say no. Lesson number 6 is be organized. This one is a super duper big deal. We recently went over a CMS content management system or a productivity system named Cascade that I used for a little bit to organize and plan my videos. That's a free one that's super helpful, and I really recommend that you hop on something like that right now, really early in the game. I didn't hop on a CMS system until maybe August or September, halfway in already, and I was trying different ones. We tried ClickUp for a while and it really didn't work well for us. And then Thomas Frank, one of my favorite YouTubers about productivity, he made a video about using Notion. And with that video, I was like, whoa, Notion's really strong. Let me hop on this. And yeah, we are paying for Notion. It costs a little bit of money every month, but it's 100% worth what we're paying for it. I have my own templates in there. I have my own databases. I track all the videos. I track all the products that we have in all of our closets because I can't just have all those things in my brain. It gets too confusing. There's just too much going on. So everything I offload into Notion, and it's been a real game changer and a lifesaver. It reminds me what videos are due in who knows when. It reminds me what I need to film this week. I'll put my B-roll list in there, my notes, everything is in Notion, but it costs a little bit of money. So if you're looking for a free one, Cascade is a really great one. I even included that video template that I use, so feel free to use that. I'll link that right here. It doesn't really matter what CMS you're using as long as you have one that works for you. It could be an Excel sheet. That didn't work for me. Could work for you. It could be just a journal, could be a notepad, you know, whatever works for you. As long as you get organized and offload all of those things that are in your brain, like really cool ideas that you might forget in time, it just decreases a lot of stress. Do that. Number 7, and I guess number 7 should have been number 1, because number 7 is just start. You don't have to be an expert to start. In the beginning, you know, I barely knew anything about keyboards. I owned 1 keyboard, well, 2 keyboards maybe, and then I learned about all the mods and all the different custom stuff and switches, and it just developed into this thing over time where, you know, now you guys see me as an expert on mechanical keyboards, and I'm developing more expertise in all these other areas of tech like headsets, amps, DACs, all these things as well. And I was never an expert before. So you don't need to be an expert to start. You don't need to be an expert at talking to the camera, even using the camera or the lights or the audio or anything. Put your cell phone on a tripod, talk to it. If you enjoy doing it, you're gonna get better. Those first few hundred videos aren't gonna be great. That's okay. They'll get better. Clearly, they'll get better. Now I know a lot more than I did then. I've done a ton of tutorials, or looked them up at least. I've even taken courses on how to do YouTube, such as Video Ranking Academy from Think Media. Just a really good course, by the way. I do recommend it if you're beginning YouTube. If you're an experienced YouTuber, it could still be beneficial for you. I've done a lot of Skillshare courses. You know, there's just a lot of learning that happens, and it makes it really fun. And it makes me gain more expertise, more knowledge, more ability, more skills to do everything. So if you're in a position where you don't feel like you know anything, you know what? Just start. You enjoy the hobby. You probably know a little bit more than the next person does. Go and teach them something, help them out, answer a few questions, and that's how you get started. Number 8 is enjoy the process, not the results. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning, analytics were something that I checked every single day, and at some point I was even like, oh, my video just released, let me check it over and over and over. And it's something that's so easy to get obsessive about, but it's about the process and all the work that goes into planning the video, filming the video, editing the video, and enjoying that part of the process rather than anything that happens after the video is published, because none of that stuff's in your control. You know, you don't know if that person that's gonna see your thumbnail is gonna click on it, but you know what? You had a fun time taking pictures for that thumbnail photo, editing the thumbnail photo, coming up with an interesting way to make that thumbnail photo intriguing, and, you know, asking a question or something that boggles their mind that's gonna make someone click on it. But you can't control the result, but you can control how fun the process is for you. Lesson number 9 is be consistent. I have a schedule, and I doubt you guys even care about my schedule, but it used to be Tuesday, Friday, Sunday. Now it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and it's on my channel page, but I doubt any of you care. But you know, that schedule is for me. It's to keep me consistent, and what matters more on YouTube is being there for the long game, being there year after year or month after month after month, sticking to your schedule and really being consistent. So my schedule basically is Monday I take notes and plan videos, Tuesday I'll batch film, Wednesday, Thursday I'll edit, Friday I'll film again, Saturday I'll edit, and then it'll repeat. It might vary sometimes, but that's pretty much how it goes. I always try to stay ahead in case I get sick or something happens, and it just relieves a lot of stress to stay ahead and not be on a tight deadline. It gives me more room, more flexibility, and lets me like last minute put things in the schedule that I haven't put in before. So it's just sort of nice being really ahead and consistent, but you don't need to be ahead. 1 video a week is consistency. I'm doing 3 right now. That's, you know, that's a lot. And I'm doing this full time, so of course I have a lot more time than you might have, but 1 video a week is all that you need to stay consistent. That's 52 videos a year. And lesson number 10 is that YouTube isn't everything, and it's not your life. There's so many more aspects of your life that will bleed in and benefit you in the YouTube space, but this isn't your life. There's things like health, really good one, eating healthy, fitness, working out, stretching, sleeping right, waking up on time, having a nice schedule, family, friends, reading, going out, you know, maybe not right now, but going out, enjoying the outdoors. All those things improve your creativity, they improve your energy, your just overall confidence in yourself. We do a lot of reading. I'm gonna link these these books in the description because we benefited a lot from reading them, and I'll of course go over them. The first one is Superfans by Pat Flynn. He's an entrepreneur. He has his own YouTube channel as well as his website, Smart Passive Income. And this book is really great about engaging and connecting with your audience. This one is The Courage to Be Disliked. And this one's really great for being self-confident and just not letting the haters bother you, not letting negative events or emotions get to you. And I really like this one because it really spoke to me. It really made me reflect on my life, and I'm a really happy person generally. This one's a really big deal too. This one's a really short read. This is The Dip by Seth Godin, and it tells you why you need to be the best in the world at what you do in your own niche. Another really good one, Atomic Habits by James Clear. I've read this like 4 or 5 times. Pretty much like once a year I read this, get my habits together, track my habits. This is like the book on habit making. Get this book. And then this is the one that I'm reading right now. It's called The Happiness Equation. I'm generally happy, so I don't need a book like this, but I'm gonna read it anyways because who knows, there might be something in there that speaks out to me and lets me reflect even farther on what I'm doing on a day-by-day basis. So a really good pile of books here. Spend time with your family, spend time with your friends, spend time with your pets, go outside, do all that fun stuff. It really does boost creativity, and coming up with ideas outside of work is a lot easier than coming up with ideas within work. Yes, it's a business, it pays the bills. I sort of need to do it at this point, but you gotta keep it fun and you gotta keep it an ever improving journey on being better. So yeah, those were the 10 lessons, or the 10 biggest lessons that I learned this year on my first year of YouTube, from 0 to 25,000 subscribers. I hope they help you. Sure, I'm still rambly, and I think I'll forever be rambly because I enjoy talking sometimes. It's been a long ride. Can't wait to see what I learn in my second year, and thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you, all of you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!